Hey stamping friends, Melissa Kerman here with Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. I am here today, really excited to share information about my new card kit program. This program, the intention is to offer and extend what I do in person with my customers to a broader audience, to people online who can't have the luxury of coming to my home or don't live nearby. So I'm really excited to be offering this. You can get either 1, 2, or 3 kits for free in the mail with your purchases through me. So if you spend $20, you get 1. If you spend $35, you get 2. And if you spend $50, you get all 3 of the cards that are for a given month. So the cards in front of you are based upon a clean and simple event that I did the beginning of October, and they are the card kits that people who qualified are getting for October. They're going to be shipped out this week to those who qualified. And so I wanted to give some basic tips and about each of the cards, and then also show you what you're getting in the kits as well. So down here at the bottom, of course, are the cards themselves, and here at the top are the actual kits. So they're packaged up nice and neat. Nothing is stamped, of course. It's against Stampin' Up! Policy, but I have done some punching for you. So you can see punches, some things that are punched here. I've even tied a bow. And then in the case of this, I've done some punching as well. So just for a couple little details I want to share with you. So on this card, I have taken the image from the You've Got This stamp set, and I've inked it up with soft suede ink, stamped off on my scratch paper, and then got this lighter tone in the background. And then I've stamped my deer, my pair of deer from the In the Meadow stamp set. You can see it right here. That's the second stamp set I'm using. And after I stamped my deer, I actually stamped it on 2 pieces of paper, one here on the focal and one on a piece of Post-it note paper, and I created myself a mask. Now this is a very detailed little mask, but it's a super cool method of giving you the effect of foreground and background. So after I stamped this pair, I covered them up with the mask, and then I stamped the tree, so you can see the tree looks like it's in the background. That stamping was done in the black archival ink. You can see this has been a well-used and loved little mask. I'll set that aside. So, and then after that, I stamped the happy birthday, and I sponged the edge of my very vanilla piece just by rubbing it gently against the edge with my soft suede ink. And I did raise the soft suede piece of cardstock, this one, on dimensionals. If you look at sort of the side, you can see it's kind of raised up. So that's the basic 2-cent tour of that one. And then if you look at this one, this is kind of a cool fun fold. I based this on another card that I got from a swap that I did, and it wasn't butterflies, it was something else. I can't remember what, but I chose to do it with butterflies, and it has a fun way of opening. So for this one, as you can see in the kit, you're going to get some punched butterflies that coordinate with the color. You'll also get a piece of scratch paper, scrap whisper white paper. You can't really see it too well, but it's in there, so that if you have the stamp set, you can stamp them and punch them out. This one was stamped in the Mint Macaron ink, this one in the Wisteria Wonder with full ink, and then this one with I'm sorry, Island Indigo. That's Island Indigo, sorry. And that's Island Indigo stamped off, or the second ink or the residual ink that's on the stamp. So it gets it lighter, and you get 2 tones from the same ink color, which I love. The word here is from the Flourishing Phrases stamp set, so you can see this fabulous set. I used the Thank You So Very Much. And then, of course, on this card, I used the Just a Note, so I've been using those a whole bunch. So that's kind of the basics of that card. So let me just show you the construction a little bit. So here's your card body. It's going to come folded in half and then scored right here. I'm going to take my designer paper. You can choose from one side or the other, and just attach it to that side. Put some adhesive here and then attach that shut. And then I'm going to take this other piece, pop it in there and attach it. And then you got your basic card base. And then you'll stamp your word on the diagonal here. I did mine sort of in the kind of justified up and to the left a little bit. And then I attached my butterflies. This one with a with a glue dot in the center, and I do it in the center so that I can raise up those little wings and make it look like it's flying. And then this one I did the same thing with 2 glue dots in the center so I can raise up those wings. This one I put a dimensional in behind it so that it was just a little bit higher. I like to vary the heights of elements on the front just to give it some interest. And then I also put dimensionals on the back side of this piece. And if you look at the finished card, when it's open, you just don't want to have dimensionals on that one side so that it doesn't show on the inside. And you can see that I've also stamped some butterflies on the inside to just spice it up a little bit on the inside. I just love that myself. So it's just a really simple card, but got some fun little elements to it that make it interesting. And then this last card is probably the most involved of the 3. So I wanted to show you some basics of what I did on the stamping. If you end up using the same stamp sets that I've used, this is the main set I'm using, the Touches of Texture. So this main image here is done in full ink. You can see I've written first ink on there. And then it's done in the pumpkin pie, and it's shown here as well. And then this image here, this is first ink, this is second ink. This image is stamped right over the top of that one so that it's nice and subtle. You can see that on the card. It's kind of a subtle background. You can barely even tell it's there. But if you do the full ink over the top, then it's sort of, you can't see the image as well, the main image, so that's why I chose to do that. And then the same here with the Early Espresso. This is full ink of Early Espresso, and that's the second ink. And I chose to use the second ink, so a little bit more of a subtle effect, so you can see it on the card itself. And then this element right here is done on the sides. This shows you full ink. This shows you inked the second ink, and I used the second ink. So I've done everything that's on the right-hand side on my focal piece. Tried to give you that little visual display so you can see what I've done. This main image, you've got the punch circles in your kit, and I just stamped that floral outline image, this one right here, in crushed curry. And then I stamped my word so that I could kind of center where I wanted the word and make sure to leave enough room for the flower here. And I did use 2 images for the flower. The first is sort of the outline. You can see it in there maybe. And then the second is this smaller image that I did right in the inside of the flower. And once again, I love dimensionals, so I have dimensionals on the back side, you can't really see it very well, of this Early Espresso circle, and on the back side of this espresso layer. So one last little detail I wanted to share with you is sort of the assembly of the burlap piece. It's super easy, but just so you're prepared. Pretend these are attached. And I'm going to take a glue dot and put it on the back side of this and this. Now glue dots come in a roll like this, just little really strong little pieces of glue. Attach one to one end and one to the other after your notch is cut, of course. You can see the notch right there, sort of a little banner. So then I'm going to attach it around here. I'm going to take the little, or you're going to take the little bow that I've created for you, and I'm going to take my Stampin' Up! Stapler, which is actually being discontinued, so I don't know if you can still get it, but take a stapler and then just go on in and staple it right in the center. So you can see how mine is done. So that's got more steps than the others, but I just love how these all turned out. These, like I said, were my clean and simple cards for the beginning of October event. So let's see what else I want to tell you. So the kits are going to vary from month to month, and these are based on a Clean and Simple class, but the ones for November are some more involved projects because they were the projects that we did for my mini classes or my clubs, which we kind of mix up and do some more different interesting things. I have posted those projects on my website. If you're paying attention to the things that I'm writing on my blog, you'll be able to tell what those are. And I will be showing them again sometime soon, so you'll know what the kits are. But they are super awesome and super excited about those. So please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And have a fabulous day. And let me know if you have questions. Thanks. Bye. What? Just a few more quick little details I wanted to share with you. So the kits from month to month will vary. Some will be more clean and simple like October was. The November kits are based on a mini class or club, so those projects tend to be a little bit more involved. I have posted those projects to my website already. If you're paying attention to my blog posts and the details of what I'm posting, you'll see those there. But I will share them again, of course. And when you get kits, you're going to get a complete supply list, you're going to get a photo or more than one photo, and dimensions and details so that you can complete the cards easily on your own with your own stamps or with the same products that I've used. So I hope this has all been clear, and thanks for stopping by and visiting me here at Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. Let me know if you have questions. Have a great day. Bye.